Andrew Cain.
Yes, Dev.
Good to see you, mate. You all right?
And you, mate? Yeah, all good.
It feels like you've been boxing since you were 10.
Yeah.
So what, like 18 years now, and 18 years of work. It's now starting to come good.
Yeah, definitely living the dream now, aren't we? This is what we've been dreaming of for years. So to be able to put this show on with Nick and the lads out of our gym in our own city, it's an amazing thing, and really looking forward to it. I can't wait.
And it feels like you've rededicated yourself to the sport. I've heard you say that a few times in various interviews. Why? What made you do that? Was there a trigger point that you just thought, listen, let me just get back to the boxing and sort myself out here?
Yeah, you know what, mate? I've always been a talented fighter, you know, and I've always worked hard. When I'm in our gym, in the boxing gym, I'll always put 110% in, more than anyone. I'll always try hard, you know what I mean? But to be honest, if I was totally honest with you, Nick's been a big part of it, because he works harder than anyone, and look what the rewards, what he's got for that, you know what I mean, for that, you know what I mean? So I've always, as I say, I've always been talented, I've always worked hard, but outside of our gym, there's always been more that I could do. So now I've got that taken care of, and I'm training hard in other gyms, and I'm putting my strength and my conditioning side of things into it more. So I think that's where I was coming from when I said that, you know what I mean? Did
you ever lose hope? Because it hasn't been like just a straight and easy road like some fighters have it, right? Some fighters, they turn over from the Olympics and it's just like, oh great, you get everything and you maybe get easy fights and then you're there. But you haven't had that easy road, so did you ever lose hope? No, I didn't. You know, I've always believed in myself. Since I've been, like you say, 10, 11 and I started boxing, I had ability, and after that I see that people around me could see that, and I was only young, so I didn't really know, but even from a young age I knew I was capable of being a world champion. I was watching these fellas on the telly, and if they can do it, why can't I, you know what I mean? So I've always believed, and I'll always have hope no matter what happens, Dev. You've told me before that your power is just cleaning people out right now, by the way. Your power comes from your mum. Tell me a little bit more about that. My mum is such a strong person, you know. She's small like myself, but she's definitely mighty, and my mum's something special, and I think it definitely comes from her, like, yeah. So were there things that you kind of saw growing up where you just thought, oh yeah, that's my mum, she's a powerhouse herself? Were there things like that that's happened in your life? Yeah, my mum's ready, to be honest. Yeah, my mum's a little bit older now, so she's calmed down a lot and that. But I've heard some crazy stories about my mum. Like, yeah, if you had to put my mum and my dad in for a fight, I'm betting on my mum. Like, definitely. So there's only one person leaving that room. Yeah, I'm saying it to me, ma. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, it's let's look back at your fight with Ashley Lane. That so far feels like career best performance. That was the one with the most on the line, British and Commonwealth titles against a guy in form. Firstly, just take me back to the press conference, because that was quite the clip when he sort of said, "Oh, do you want to do it now?" And I guess you just can't say that to Andrew Cain. Yeah, to be honest, Dev got a bit angry, but he thought that he was by getting me angry, he was going to affect the fight, and that's not the case, because you're only angry for a little bit and then you're back on the job, aren't you? You're back focused. So anyone that thinks that they can get into my head, it's never going to work. You might make me angry, I might become angry for that moment, but on the night it's not going to. Boxing's boxing, and I'm always going to be calm and focused and collected on the night. So yeah, to be honest, I was gone, like, when I was walking over to him, like, I've never choked anybody in my life. People have been saying to me, like, you choked them and that, and like, it's a bit embarrassing, really. I've never choked anybody before. I was going to left hook him, to be honest. That was what was going to happen, and just as I was going to throw the left hook, I've come to me that, you know, this is my chance, and I can't let this go. So I just turned it into a choke, and it's only a little choke on it. He'll live on, he'll be all right. I think he's all right. Yeah. He actually said that you've hit him harder than anyone. I saw him at the hotel afterwards as well. What did he say to you after the fight? In the ring, he just said, I'm looking forward to watching you moving forward. You're a special fighter, and can't wait to see your career. I just said thank you. Am I right to say you didn't have any sparring ahead of that fight? Nah, I had done one spar and got injured, so I ended up having to not spar for the rest of the camp. Yeah, I think I done 6 rounds.
at the very start, like 7 weeks out or something, 6 weeks out. So, yeah, could have been a better camp, like, but been sparring all my life for these nights, haven't I? So, does it matter? Nah, I'm not saying it does. If you allow it to matter, if you think about it in that way, then it will matter. But I've been doing this all my life for these nights, so if I can let one camp of sparring affect that, not sparring affect that, then I'm in the wrong game, I believe.
But still, you went into this fight with limited sparring in camp, coming off an injury, ring rust, all of those things, and you still stopped him in 5 rounds.
Yeah.
That's quite you're a dangerous man. That's quite a statement.
Yeah. Obviously it's not ideal, is it? You know, not having a camp the way you want it to be, but
you still did that.
Yeah, still.
So what does that say about you?
I don't believe I don't know, fights are always going to feel like that, but I don't. Like, I showed a bit of me inside game, but other than that, didn't really. I still believe I've got a lot more to show you, you know what I mean? I still believe as the opponents go, like this fella, he's like a flip side of Ashley Lane, and he's like the total opposite, you know what I mean? Quite negative and cagey boxer, so there'll be different things I'll be able to show you in this fight, so as the opponents come and different styles and whatnot, I'll be able to show you more and more of my abilities.
Those belts that you won, when we spoke afterwards, you said you can't wait to take them to your son. How was that moment?
Oh, it was brilliant, you know, yeah. I woke up in the morning, they were both playing with them and wrapping them around themselves and that, and yeah, it was a great day, yeah.
I guess these are the moments where you that's why you do it, kind of thing. Yeah,
definitely. This is what we've been dreaming about, haven't we? You know, we want to be world champions, but I'll never look past these nights and these British title fights, you know, that they mean a lot to me, and they mean a lot in boxing as well. You don't get to these big world title nights without paving the way with these nights. So yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just taking it all in, and I know my face doesn't always look the happiest, but I can't help that. You know what I mean? I'm happy inside, and I'm just proud. I'm proud to be part of the gym and part of to be fighting out of Liverpool and paving the way for the young kids coming up, and just enjoying it, taking it all in.
Joshua John, that is the man. October the 5th, you'll be defending your belts again against him. He's very confident. Just had a chat with him, and he's looking to take those belts from you. Yeah,
he ain't taking them from me. Joshua will have to bring a John with him. he ain't taking my belt, lad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, he's different style, different opponent styles. You never know what's going to happen in boxing. You never know how styles are going to gel. So I'll just be putting as much work in as I can, and I'll be ready for anyone on the night. So, and I can switch and change on the night. There's loads of things I can do. So whatever he's got to bring, I've got an answer for.
And your boxing ability, do you still feel it's being underrated?
Definitely, yeah. But it's to be expected, innit? You know, I've got a high knockout ratio, and if you look out at boxing, like I study boxing, I like watching boxing, I always have since I was a young lad, and if you go right through boxing history, there's fighters where they start off knocking everybody out, and everybody thinks that they're just killers. Like even Mike Tyson, he gets looked at as an animal and a killer, but he wouldn't have been. You can't just be an animal and a killer and go in and knock high-level fighters out. It's not enough. You got to have boxing IQ. You got to have the brain and the smarts for it. You know what I mean? So people see me as a knockout merchant, so they say, and I am that. You know what I mean? I can knock it out. You know what I mean? But I believe I'm stopping these fellas because of my IQ and because of my brain, and my boxing ability, not just being like strong. And you know, I'm just as strong as any of the lads in the gym. The lads is, you know, Nick's just as strong. We all hit hard. You know, it's just, you don't just go in and knock them out by being strong and being able to hit hard. It doesn't work like that.
Well, there's a couple of brothers who knock people out as well. So there's Naoya Inoue, who's at super bantam, looks like he's going up to featherweight. Hey, maybe he'll fight Nick Ball one day. And then there's his brother, who's the WBA bantamweight champion. How about a bit of Cain and Ball against Inoue and Inoue one day?
That'll be heavy, won't it? I'd imagine. I feel like that's happening, you know. I feel like that Nick and Inoue fight is meant to be me. I don't know why, I just do. I feel like it's on the cards, and I feel like Nick's going to do him, you know. I feel like Nick's too strong for him, and doesn't really get it Nick clean. And the fella can punch, but doesn't matter how hard you can punch if you can't land, does it? So it's very rare. It's one shot in 2 fights or something. Nick gets it with this like clean. You know what I mean? So I believe Nick does in me. I can see Nick doing him. I think it's a step too far for him anyway. That and the other fella, I haven't really seen much of him. His brother, but any of them, I'm ready to get me a flight to Japan whenever. You know, I'll go and take that with both hands.
Prediction, October 5th.
For my fight. I don't know, I haven't really seen that much of the fella, only against Brad, and they were both quite safety first, and it was a bit of a slow burner, so can't really take much away from that. So prediction, I'll be coming to take him out, like, you know what I mean? I'm always coming to knock them out, aren't I? But hopefully I get a few rounds and I'll be able to box with the fella. But I'd be predicting another KO if we had to. If we had to go off any of the last fights, I'd have to go with the KO, wouldn't I?
One final one, just because I asked you before about potential fights with Charlie Edwards, Paul Butler. With Paul Butler, you said you felt like he let the side down against Inoue. Do you want to just elaborate on that? What did you mean by that?
It looked like to me, when I watched the fight, it looked like that he come to last as many rounds as he could. It didn't look like he come... Like, I've watched Paul Butler, again, from quite young. He was around when Kevin that were around, and he was world champion, so I was watching him, and he's got a good left hand and that, and he's decent, you know, he's a decent fighter, and don't believe we've seen that against Inoue. I feel like he just ran away, almost, and just wanted to last the rounds, it looked like, and I believe that if he would have believed in himself a bit more, and he would have took his mindset in the right place, he probably could have caused the fella more problems, I believe. Probably could have done a better job than what he did do, or what any 140 could have done. So that's what I meant when I was saying that, yeah.
And that's a fight you fancy as well, Paul Butler?
Any of them, yeah, any of them. Paul Butler, he's from quite close to Liverpool, so it'd be sort of like a derby, wouldn't it? It'd be a big night, wouldn't it? It'd be great. So any of them nights, Dave, I'm just a fighter. I just want to fight. I'll fight anyone, and Paul Butler's just another name who could be on that list. So yeah, any of them.
Best of luck.
Thank you, Dev.
Cheers, mate.